All right. Hi. Wanted to make a little video just kind of about my experience in budgeting for the move that I made. I left the US about 6 months ago and moved over here to Chiang Mai, Thailand. And I haven't done it every single month, but it's part of my just as a financial planner, like I want to kind of go through my budget and just kind of make sure that I'm on track with my budget. And I thought it'd be helpful to just share it with everyone so that people could kind of see just kind of like what I would consider a fairly high standard of living. Definitely like in my opinion, like a middle class to slightly upper middle class style lifestyle here in Thailand kind of costs. Because I think, just based on YouTube videos and stuff that I've kind of seen and I watched myself before I made the move, this was something that was very uh people were very interested in. So I thought I'd just kind of make this and I'm just gonna go through my process. This isn't really scripted, but I'm just gonna kind of take a look at my own budget, and hopefully that gives you guys um, the ability to just kind of see, you know, kind of like what my budget looks like, and uh, yeah. So hopefully that'll be helpful. So we'll just share the screen here, and there we go. I'll just put that down there. We'll go. So this is kind of my monthly staples. At first, I was keeping a monthly kind of really like a monthly ledger of every single thing I was purchasing, where money was going in, going out for a month. That was helpful to do. It was a bit overkill for me. I feel like I have a much better, and I was buying a lot of stuff because I just moved here. I only had brought two basically duffel bags worth of like clothes and a couple of items. So when I moved here, there were a couple of fairly large expenses like a computer monitor, general things for like my computer and like kind of makeshift office setup, right? That I needed to buy that aren't going to be like ongoing monthly expenses. So just like there was like a water cooler container thing. That's how I do. I organize my water here. Um, and those things they weren't expensive, but they were just like relatively larger costs than uh what I would typically be spending in, I'm established here and what I would spend in a month. So I thought that, maybe don't record that one. Let's record this one. It'll give a little bit better context of once you're kind of like established here, what does kind of like for a general like upper middle class, middle class to fairly upper middle class lifestyle kind of afford you. Um, this is, my background right now. Like this is my view. I have a beautiful view of Doi Sutup. It's got a huge window in this apartment, and you can just kind of see that it's fairly unobstructed. There isn't a building, like 25, 30 meters right in front of me. Like, let's see if I can actually kind of show this, but this just to kind of give context to, oh my gosh, this is kind of messed up here. But maybe you can see um, just that beautiful view I have of the mountain out there. I'll just give a brief, like, I live in a studio. This is my kind of studio setup. Pretty dirty right now. I've just kind of woken up from a nap, but oh, let me see if I can get that back on there. I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of like what my living situation is here, just so when I go over kind of it's a fairly spacious studio. I don't, I'm one person. I don't feel like I am needing more space, really. I have, a nice bathroom. I have a little like kitchenette set up. It's not like a full kitchen by any means, but I really don't need that because I never cook. Ordering food here is so inexpensive that I find no reason, and the food is so delicious. Like I am not a chef or, a trained person in kind of the art of cooking. So I never cook for myself. I've never found the need to here. And the convenience is great. Like I just order everything out, and as I'll go through in kind of kind of food and what have you, that's kind of what I do. I never feel the need to cook. It makes cleanup super easy because you eat, maybe use a plate, clean the plate up, but everything else you just put in the bag that the food came in, and then you throw the bag away. It's really, really convenient. Saves a lot of time. So I've got my kind of this is my monthly staples. I did was trying to do a conversion sheet. Don't really need to, I can just do it right here. But what we should probably look up first is let's go to a new window here. So Thai bot to USD, right? And right now the Thai bot's actually we want to we want USD to Thai bot. There we go. So we're getting 31.86. This is what you will get on a credit card, or if you use a credit card at a restaurant, they do have credit card, at least here in Chiang Mai. Maybe not like the real little mom and pop shops, but most like main restaurants near Neiman, a fairly popular kind of area here in Chiang Mai. Um, Generally, most places, generally, kind of, I would say 75% of places like will take credit card. Maybe that's a little generous. Maybe it's like, I don't know, 65, but I haven't found a huge problem. Usually when I want to pay with card, at a place like I would expect, I should be able to pay with a card. Usually I can. Um, and the credit card gives you the best exchange rate automatically. I have a travel card, so it does that automatically for me. Um, and then also when you pull money out from the ATM as well, I use the Fidelity cash management account. I know Charles Schwab has an account that is also a cash management account. I've heard very good things about that from other people who have done videos like this. Um, I have a relationship, former working relationship with Fidelity. So that's why I use that card. I'm very familiar with their accounts and stuff. But when I use essentially my debit card in an ATM, it automatically will get the best exchange rate. And what's great about that card is that it also covers any of the ATM fees as well. So I never do the at ATM conversion. That's something you'll probably hear. Never do the at ATM conversion. Just let the debit card or the bank or the financial institution do that because they will get the real exchange rate for that point in time. So that's what I do. But anyways, we're gonna use 31.86, right? And we're gonna put 31.86. So that's actually better than when or not better, excuse me. Because we're getting less bot for each dollar. So we'll go through the main ones. Can I make this? Oh, let me turn off I was playing Path of Exile earlier, and I have a Hot Wheel script for that game. So let me turn that off. But yeah, so we'll just go through the major ones. So my monthly rent here is and let me just make sure this is applicable for everything. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like it is. All right. So we should be good there. Um, I pay $8,000 or excuse me, 8,000 baht per month for my rent. That comes out to $254 or call it 255 per month. And I live in I feel like I live in a really great, I really like, it's not in like the exact like Neiman, like the gentrified area. It's I live in an area called Suthep. Um, it's very close walking distance to Neiman. It's close to the main mountain, so that's I'm not sure what the actual mountain is called. I just call it Doi Suthep because that's where the Doi Suthep temple is. It's a pretty significant landmark here in Chiang Mai. But I have this beautiful view. I totally fell in love with the place because of the view that I have. Um, the complex is not super old, but not, it's not like a brand new built 2 years ago type of complex. I have no qualms about it. It has a pool. There is laundry on site that you can use. There's a jurisdiction office. Two very nice ladies work down there. Um, They've been very helpful for me in getting established here. It's just generally it's a nice place. It's not extravagant. It's not you know crazy immaculate, but it's nice. Like it's I feel like it's very nice. And I was living in Los Angeles and Pasadena before, and like a place like this would easily be, at least $2,500 for a studio, at least over there. So I'm very happy with my kind of rent. I've got my Thai phone bill, so I have my American phone, and then I also have a Thai phone. So because when you live here long term, you kind of need to have a Thai phone number. I go through a company called True, and I I I honestly I get a plan that is more than I actually need. I really don't even need to be paying this much, but it's so inexpensive and anyways, that I pay I guess 13 US equivalent. It's 420 a month. It's about $14 or 13.50-ish per month. Let's see. I get house cleaning. So I go through a service called what are they called? Bliss House Cleaning here in Chiang Mai. It's a great company. There's a conflict in Burma, and there's a lot of quite frankly, there's a lot of refugees from Burma because of the civil war going on over there that come to Chiang Mai. And Bliss is a great company because it hires women that are refugees from that conflict, trains them on house cleaning and keeping services, and then gives them an opportunity to work in a very dignified, kind of way. So I use this company called Bliss. I could probably get my house clean for less, but I really like the whole mission of what they're doing. My house cleaner, her name's Hosanna. She's amazing. She's very, very nice, and she does a great job. She does my laundry, makes up everything, cleans everything, does the floors, does the bathroom, just generally like reorganizes my stuff because I'm a typical guy and I'm kind of messy, but it's great. It's well, in my opinion, it's well worth the service. It's something I could definitely never been able to afford back home. And to get that once a week, it comes out to a monthly cost. This is a monthly cost of $82. So it's about $20, a little over $20 per week to have Hosanna come and kind of do all of those things. So I don't have to do laundry. I don't have to, I do some light cleanup throughout the week, but generally like deep, deeper type cleaning. It's just taking care of. My house feels clean almost all the time, other than like the scattered clothes lying around. So that's really great. The other big one, health insurance. So I went through Cigna Global, and my health insurance is also covers me as in the US for more it's $1 million in terms of coverage. It's mainly for like catastrophic type stuff. So if I were to be in an accident here or something like pretty major, it's insurance so that like, I wouldn't have to blow through however much in my savings. And I cannot imagine $1 million USD needing that much coverage here in Thailand because healthcare is extremely affordable over here. Um, anyways, so my health insurance monthly is $167 per month, and that does cover me when I go back to visit friends and family back in the US, so long as I don't stay in the US for greater than 6 months. So I feel it's a pretty good deal. And I mean, compared to what health insurance would have cost in the US for this kind of same level of coverage, it's not even comparable. It's just, but some people choose to have health insurance or not. I don't want to get hurt and, then be financially like not able to do this for the rest of my life. I feel like that's a pretty big risk, especially retiring at my age at 34. So I opted to get, some catastrophic type, health insurance. It also gives me $5,000 per year in mental health coverage, like via Zoom. I can use it for, which is pretty cool, especially as a recovering addict alcoholic. So that's really great as well. Take advantage of that. Kind of pays for itself in that aspect. But anyways, um, telephone, US phone per month. So I use Tello to keep my US phone number, and that's about, I don't know, it's actually less than this. I don't it's not 15. Um it's probably closer to 300 baht. Um it's about 950 because I get the data and stuff when I'm using my US phone. I get data from Wi-Fi, I get data from Saley, which is another company I use for the US phone. So this is just really it's $10 a month to keep my US phone number. Um, food monthly. So I allocated 800 baht per day times 30 days. In my opinion, that's generous. Especially if you enjoy Thai food. Now, if you're eating more of an American style diet, you could go over this on a daily basis. But I don't know if you're moving here to Thailand, like I would hope that you like Thai food. I do. Thai food's really inexpensive. I just ordered from Grab right now. Um, it's minced pork, holy basil with a fried egg, and I doubled the amount of minced pork on, and it's going to be on a bed of rice. And yeah, for extra minced pork, a fried egg, and the regular dish all together with delivery. So I just got the notification it's delivered downstairs. Um, but with that, it was 100 baht. So that comes out to about $3. Just yeah, as you or just to kind of show you, if that was 100, right? $3.20. So that's how much my dinner, and that is going to be I'm going to be very satisfied in what I eat. Tonight, I've got some fruit. I get fruit from a place delivered. Trays of fruit. It's about $1 per tray. Tray's probably about this side, but they have fresh fruit. It's amazing. Um, what was this? 300. But, I'll usually get 3 trays of fruit a day. So that's another three, call it that's about 100 baht. 100 baht for 3 trays of fruit, 100 baht for dinner tonight, and then maybe so that's 400 baht total. And then if I want an American meal or a Western meal, there's 400 baht, 10 plus dollars, like 12, $13 to spend just on that meal. So 800 is generous. It's definitely like I'm being liberal in how much I'm estimating here. It's probably closer, I would say, to like 650-ish. but 800 is a good, I don't know. It's a liberal amount to use. I'd rather be a little bit more conservative. This is my gym membership. So, gym membership is fairly similar to what it is in the US in my experience. It's really not grossly less or grossly more. It's pretty relatively the same. I go to a nice gym. It's open 24/7. It's within bicycle ride distance for me. It has all the equipment that I need. It's clean. It's nice. Feels good to go to. I have decent amenities, a locker room, bathrooms, showers. No like sauna or like steam room or like kind of stuff like that. But I don't personally like really need that. And if you want things like that, there's stuff around the city that you can get stuff like that. Um, but yeah, gym's about call it 40. I would say expect to pay between, 35 dollars to, $55, depending on how, you know, deluxe, I guess, or how basic of a gym you're trying to get. Um, so that's pretty similar, pretty in line with what it was in the US. Electric alone is about $80 per month. Now I keep the air conditioning unit, that guy there, as you can see, I keep that going a lot. More than I really need to. I really don't. I've kind of gotten more used to the climate here. So I I don't know. I keep it going at night. I like to be cooler at night. It does get cooler relative to like how hot it is in the day. But I like it, kind of cold. I like to have the blankets and stuff. So this is actually when I first moved here. I used the AC a lot less. And that was in like the hottest period. I would say this is probably closer to like $70 now. But again, just to be kind of more conservative and in the budget, I think it's fine to keep it at this. This is the highest it will be. And this was when I first moved here and I had the AC running 24/7. I definitely don't do that anymore, but it's fine for me to just leave this here. So if you're watching knock off $5 to $10, right? Depending on if you're looking at kind of a similar setup to what I have. Um, HBO Max streaming service, I don't, that expired, but I did get YouTube and I did it through the Thai way. So now this is YouTube Premium and I'll put Thai because when you're here, there are ways to get it at the Thai prices. YouTube charge it if your ISP or whatever that is, your internet identifies that you're here in Thailand, it'll give you like the YouTube premium like offering for Thai prices versus the US. And because I have some ways of connecting like and paying for it in Thai baht, I'm able to get that price. So that's $60 a month. What would that be? Well, let's see. Or excuse me, $60 in total for the annual. So that would be what, $5 a month? Um, so let's just look up $5. So it's 100 and let's say it's 159. Yeah, because I got 2 months for free because I paid for a year. So you get 2 months for free. I think it's 180 if you do monthly in Thai baht, right? Um, so that comes, at least for me, it comes out to about $5 a month. Um, and yeah, I find that that's kind of all that I need for my, entertainment. I'm doing a lot more reading. Um, I, I'm I'm outside a lot more. So like there's less of an emphasis on like things like entertainment subscription services like Netflix or HBO or things like that. And I'll just say like there are other ways to like watch those shows if you really want to watch those. That's all I'll say about that. Um, OpenAI Pro, I use the Pro service because part of my like financial planning and just general classes and stuff, it's helpful to have that. So I use that. So we get to our total. Um, we get to our total here. So essential comes out to, let me just make sure that that is, zoom out here for a second. Yeah. So kind of my total like bare bones essentials um, is four, call it 1,450, right? For the essentials. And my budget I've set for myself is 2,500. So that leaves a lot of room in the budget for if I want to rent a car for the month and go drive to different places, if I want to, get foot massages, or I want to eat more Western food, or I want to go on a couple of dates, right? Like there's plenty of room. I mean, it's gosh, how much is that? Like 1450 divided by 1,000, right? What, 45%? Like 45%, or I'm sorry, it's on it. Divided by 1450, right? 70 percent, 70% or I don't know, probably like 65-ish percent of the budget of the essentials, right, can be then used for discretionary. I'm not sure. I hope you get what I'm trying to say here. But it's quite a large discretionary budget relative to what my essentials are, right? On a, I would say a fairly modest, like this would not be possible in the US to for me. Like to have a weekly house cleaning and like never have to cook and get basically all of your food, like you're either eating out at restaurants or you're getting it like directly delivered here. Be able to go to the gym and like utilities and all of these things, and like there's some things I probably forgot, like probably Visa if I did that on a monthly basis. I think I have to pay, yeah, I don't even think it's this much, but maybe 500 baht every 3 months for Visa stuff. I honestly, like, I don't even think it's that much in terms of 500 baht, right? So that would be 500 if we just pull this down. $15, right? So it brings it up to 468 if that's let's call it Visa, which I don't know. There's a lot of room here for flexible things that maybe I miss like toiletries in here and things of that nature, but there's a lot of room, I would say, for missing those types of things. Those things are not very expensive here. And yeah, kind of just again, like if an average meal is between $3 to $10, if you're eating kind of more of the Western food, even that, like I had some buddies that visited this week and they were talking about, if they can get DoorDash or Uber Eats back in California, at $20 per person, they're really happy with that. Like that's kind of like a good Uber Eats day or whatever. And like here, I mean, as a single individual or eating for one, even as like kind of like I'm a larger guy, um, I could not like you couldn't spend $20. Like you don't have enough room in your stomach to like eat that much. I guess if you're really going to some fancy pants like place, but there's really no reason to because most of the food here is so good, even from little mom and pop shops. It's just like it's great. So I would say realistically, my budget for this kind of lifestyle, right? I don't drink, right? So that's depending on who's watching, that's something that I don't have to factor in. I do use nicotine pouches, right? So that's a cost that maybe I should put in here, but I can't imagine that's more than $100 a month, right? I would say on average, I feel like I'm probably spending between $2,000 to 25, excuse me, $2,250 realistically. Like that's probably on average what I'm realistically spending in a month here. So, anyways, hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully, I remember people like making these videos, and I was like, man, can you just like show us a spreadsheet, please? Like, can I just see like trying to make a real major decision here? Like, can I just see like what it actually costs um for the lifestyle? And anyways, hopefully this is helpful for you. I needed to kind of just go through this anyways and change, as you saw, a couple of things. But yeah, hope this helps.